Alright, cool, recording. I don't know why, but it took a little bit for the little recording time actually. Anyhow, we're back. And we finally have a team with actual drops. Well, one drop. God, I have hated building in this new meta. I have not been able to make a single team that I've been happy with. I have this Thwacky team, and I hate it because it looks like it's Clefairy offense, and as I have established with Kid Keo, yeah, no, Clefairy offense is not an archetype. But I got this team from Orphic. It's got Specs, Rotom with Hex, and then just a whole bunch of status users. Oh, we got SILVALLY-STEEL. I forgot about that. Okay, cool. We actually got multiple drops then. Not bad. Not bad. Apparently his team has gotten him pretty high on the ladder, and I shamelessly just asked for teams in chat earlier. The Graplock live, it will come out. Trust me. It's in the workshop. I just have to work up the will to use a Graplocked team in a tier that now has Girder, which is just better than Graplocked in every imaginable way. The only thing Graplocked has on Girder is Circle Throw. Girder does everything else better. And it does more. It's got Knock, it's got Defog, it's got Toxic. Oof. Oof. But you know what? I got, again, we got Pearl Shipping, Spatial Rendezvous, however you want to refer to this lad. He passed me a Circle Throw Spike Stat Graplock team. It didn't have a ground check, so I fixed that. I added a Rotom. So, I'll try to use it. God, willing myself to use a Graplock is gonna be rough. Anyhow, may as well throw out the obligatory reminder at the beginning. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. I'm trying to hit 50 subs by the end of summer. It's a humble goal. We're 42% of the way there. I think we can do it. So, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, make sure to let me know by hitting that big button. I did not set my avatar to be something other than custom. Let's fix that. Who do we want to be today, lads? You know what? Let's clown around. So, they do have the Vish. Thankfully, I have a check. Oh, I'm not even normal spikes. I'm just T-spikes. Oh, that's unfortunate. They have a Skuntank. Also, yeah, this was Parting Shot originally, but I made it U-turn instead because I may as well benefit from Swords Dance if I'm going to be pivoting around. Figure that's pretty reasonable. Yeah, everything on this team except for Steel Valley and Rotom can status stuff. That's pretty great. Also, I feel like I could lead with this and trick immediately. Yeah, I'm just gonna trick immediately. As I don't know how well I'm gonna wall break between him having like these 4 answers to Rotom, so just tricking something and being a nuisance to it that way should be pretty good. Yeah, so we do end up taking this thing's Assault Vest off and tricking it. I don't know what this thing's gonna use here. Oh my lord, that did 50. I'm gonna go Piloswine. Okay, he goes for Snarl, so we switch into that easily. I can throw up my rocks now. I could also Earthquake here pretty easily, or just go for Toxic. Oh, my rocks. Yeah, that's why I was considering going for Toxic. And now we go into the Goss. Can't go for Leech Seed versus me. He goes for Apple Acid immediately, that's a good play. I'm gonna just start Pollen Puffing away. Ooh, I have a SILVALLY-STEEL actually, wait. I forgot. We have the Lord and Savior of Sun and Moon in you, back in its tier. Yes, friend. That is Pollen Puff. I am glad you have learned what the move does. I think the thing that bothers me the most is that people can do that command in chat and I have to see it. Like, I'd rather not know the skill level of my opponent just based off of whether or not they use commands in chat. U-turn does nothing, yo. It's fine though. He's pretty much just given me Appleton, and that's pretty good. When did this thing get +3 defense? Oh, he was Starfberry. Oh, that thing has Ripen. I didn't realize. So he goes out of this. I'm gonna go into Quill. He's goes for Acid Spray. He does get a crit. Well, he's locked into that, so I can go to my SILVALLY-STEEL here and just Swords Dance and see what his response is to this. It is Cursula. Yep, well, I'm multi-attacking here. That is gone. So in terms of the drops, I've watched a few games, I haven't played a whole lot with them, mostly because I'm also waiting for the team builder to update. For some reason, I'm a lot better at building once I actually can visualize what is dropped, just by looking at the builder. So hopefully I can remember how to play once that happens. But oh, you put for fake out. Huh, let's go for X here, I guess. Yeah, let's just go into those. Whatever. But wow, I don't know what it's gonna say. In terms of the drops, now I remembered. I don't really know what's going to end up being really good. Oh, I got freeze dried. Huh. Oh, and he's lefties. Oh, I did not notice many of these things. This should be fine for me. I was going to ROTOM. I was T-Bolt here. Also, this thing is no longer Scarf, so that's cool. Yo, this set's terrible. Wow. In terms of drops, I think the two best will easily be ROTOM and SILVALLY-STEEL. I mean, they were really good last gen. I don't see a reason for them to no longer be good. So, here's to hoping that SILVALLY-STEEL continues its reign of terror. Also, look at me not getting flinched a single time. That's the dream right there. I'm going hard SILVALLY-STEEL, by the way. GG? Okay, I'll say GG too. Are we forfeiting? Should have seen that. Perhaps. Yeah, I want to make sure this Arctivist gets KO'd. There we go. Oh, Flame Charge. Not bad. Yeah. I think those two will be the best. So SILVALLY-STEEL's really good with this multi-attack buff from what I can tell, although it is still checked by a fair amount of things, like Quill, Ferroseed can handle pretty decently, Wishy-Washy, Quag, just standard things that check a lot of the other SILVALLYs. And in ROTOM's just, in my eyes, going to be one of the most annoyingly versatile Pokemon we have. It's just, you gotta run Specs, it can run Scarf, it can run, like, Nasty Plot now as well. Oh, it can do a lot of stuff. So I think it's going to be really hard to actually figure out what ROTOM does once you get into a game. Also, I see a whole bunch of Shadow Ball fodder. If this is SILVALLY Dark, it can handle that, but it shouldn't be based on his team. His team's really kind of bad. And what I mean by that is, defensively, there's just huge gaps based on the SILVALLY form. It's either you have no real Psychic check, even if this thing's like Spadef, I don't think it's a very good one. I'm gonna lead ROTOM, as he leads off with this. Also, if I were Shadow Ball, I'd be super well off this game. I'm gonna just go immediately for Trick. Yeah, that's great for me. Now we can go into Quill. Yo, I'm actually just gonna hard Volt. That did not work. Damn. I should not have made a prediction that early in a game. That's my fault. I would have expected that Quillfish switching into the choice-locked Pokemon would have been really obvious, but apparently it was not. So, that's unfortunate. Honestly, I should have rather just gone into my own pile of swine, though. Here's for Wild Charge. So, Wild Charge used to be, like, really pretty standard on Togedemaru last generation. Mostly because power creep was a lot higher, and so you needed Wild Charge to actually deal with a fair amount of things. Otherwise, you were just kind of... you weren't doing anything. Like, the issue Togedemaru had last gen was that you didn't... oh my lord, the ladder Hero 6 casualties and X-Boss Rex in the same game. Whew. He goes for SD. You don't KO me here with anything, so I'm gonna just stay in. I don't want to get Psychic Fanged, my Quill. Yeah. But, what was I saying? Yeah, Wild Charge is just bad because last gen you needed it. I think Aerodactyl and Sigilif both were a little bit annoying to deal with if you didn't have Wild Charge. Like, they weren't great for there were like some pretty meh damage rolls against them. And so it was really good to have for those. But this gen, those don't exist down here. Yeah, that actually did nothing to this. I was gonna say, do I get another T-Spike up just for this? This would be for Girder as well. I'd like to keep this around. Yeah, I'd like to be able to just I could have set the T-Spike and let him KO himself on my helmet, but I don't think that's necessary. He's gonna U-turn here. So this thing can pivot into this. Yeah, I think we just let him take chip. This goes for Iron Head. Yeah, this thing's getting close to being able to clean. But nowadays, since you don't have these benchmarks that Wild Charge would give you, I think a lot of times it's just not worth having. I vastly prefer the defensive utility that not willingly lowering your HP provides. We're gonna go SILVALLY-STEEL here. I'll just fire off a multi-attack. I can U-turn out afterwards. Oh, I see. He's doing this. Well, because he's deciding to stay in, I'm gonna go hard into my Eldegoss here. I truly do not feel the need. Alright, so we're gonna watch a very talented player in their natural habitat just flinch everything to death because they're just so good. Like, I hate players like this. Like, what is the point? Like, this is the peak of performance. This is peak performance right here. How many is that? Ah, yes, 4. Oh, you are a terrible player. Perhaps I will, you know, get to sleep out or something. Ah, I see. I see. This is very interesting. This is what makes me not want to upload lives, by the way. When people do this kind of bullshit. It's like, how bad are you at the game? The answer's extremely. So we're gonna go into this. Okay, I'm not gonna get as much regenerator as I wanted, but now we're gonna pivot back into Unpheasant. He'll predict it. He actually didn't. Not bad. Now we can Brave Bird. KO that. Yeah, we're in a really bad spot though because this dude got really lucky. I'll go Pylo. Yeah, I don't think I had much better play that I could go for there. For Ice Shard, you know, if I had not gotten flinched in my SILVALLY-STEEL each time, I would hit the flame charges. That would have been really cool. Trying to see. I feel like I need this around. Alright. Now we're gonna Giga Drain. I'm hoping he switches to Piloswine as a choke. He did not. I need this thing to stay asleep here, I think. He did not, of course. Of course. You know, I don't need any breaks. Yeah, I think we've lost. So now he's just gonna Ice Shard twice. Yeah, well, it's more that he Ice Shards here and then mocks with his Girder. That sucks. That happens, though. You can't win every ladder game. I can hope that he's not Mach Punch Girder. I think that's a fair thing to hope for. You Mach Punch? I also have to hope Unpheasant KOs if he's not, though. Yeah, that's a terrible game. Oh well, that happens. Also, this Rotom, this Hex thing has done absolutely nothing so far, and it's really kind of saddening. Yeah, in terms of the other drops, Girder, I haven't heard a lot positive about it so far. Like, okay, Hoenn confirmed. And, you know, this lovely guy right here. He said he thinks it's really good, but a lot of other users have been saying that it just hasn't felt like it's impacted a whole lot, which I can kind of understand. I don't know what Girder does a whole lot in this meta. Maybe like, I think the best set's probably like Drain Punch, Knock Off. I feel like you need to run Toxic because of Kofa. And like maybe like Defog or Bulka Blast? I don't know, I think Mach Punch is kind of shit because it's very hard to fit. Also, we finally got the like good looking Unpheasant, not the ugly female version. I do see a team that Unpheasant can mow through pretty well. Depending on his Rotom spin, I might be able to just Brave Bird through it. Not too sure. He does have an Arctivish, we're just gonna have to hope he's not Freeze Dry. Also, SILVALLY-STEEL, once this thing's gone, it's looking pretty good. Yeah, SILVALLY-STEEL, as good as I think it will be, it's got a lot of just random checks that run around. Which is a little annoying, but c'est la vie. He leads off with Eevee Def Weak. That's a word. I'll just U-turn on out here. I don't know if he's Guts. Based on damage, for some reason, I feel like he is. He went for Wish immediately. Yo, what? I'll just T-Spike here. I think he might just be passing us to Rotom Fan and then defogging, which is fine. Honestly, the shifts, I think, make Rotom Fan significantly, like, worse. Just because it no longer has the valuable niche of... Or the, like, sole niche of, I check fighting types, and I also bother, like, grounds? Yeah, because it could pivot into ground types and just be kind of annoying. Generate free switches on their earthquakes, but now this Rotom form can also do that. Yeah, I'm just tricking. Honestly, getting rid of this thing's boots is super valuable for me. And now he's locked into Toxic as well. So now this thing can be poisoned by my, what's it called? T-Spike. Obviously this thing being poisoned sucks, but I think that's a good trade-off. He goes into Abomasnow. Obviously he shows he's not boots. I really, like, I want to go into this, but that's definitely not the play. Well, I could Brave Bird chip that really hard though, you know? I think this is better though. Because SILVALLY-STEEL, I can multi-attack it and then get U-turn chip off on it. I can maybe just multi-attack it twice as it defogs. Oh, he actually just stays in and gives me a bomb, so that's good. Yeah, hopefully I'm sorry if I sounded like super just pessimistic and boring and emotional in that last game. It's just, God, I hate losing to random ladders that get every break they need. It sucks. But as we said, c'est la vie. We move on with life. I'm a taunt because he's gonna go into the Rotom, and I don't want him defogging the T-Spike away. I think that's a reasonable play. Yeah. Other drops, SILVALLY Ghost I have not heard anything good about. And it saddens me because that's what I was really looking forward to from all the drops. Because I think it's a really cool Pokemon. I just wanted to use it. But unfortunately, SILVALLY Dark's just better. Dark's a better defensive, like, okay, Ghost is good defensively to some extent, but Dark in this tier is a lot better. Dark's also just better offensively, because nothing's immune to Dark. At least there are Ghost immunities. Like, hell, NDD can pivot into it. This thing might be choiced if he's got, T-Bolt. I'll Toxic here. Well, if he's choiced, he should be switching, and he has no ground immunity. Oh, I see, he's... What? So he just boots 3 attacks with Defog? Huh. Oh, he's Nasty Plot. Oh, and I missed. Okay. Or Ice Shard here. I just need to, at this point now, I just need to ensure that I have Chip, and I'm actually able to KO. Okay. Yeah, SILVALLY Ghost is just kind of outclassed by SILVALLY Dark in that regard. Also, we did manage to take that out. That's great. You've also got... Ooh, what is it? Persian Alola. I think Alola and Persian got a lot better with these shifts. Checking stuff like Boltoon to like SILVALLY Ghost is a SILVALLY Dark check as well. It's really a just SILVALLY check. Foul play messes up so many of them. Also, unless you're Scarfed, you're pretty irrelevant. So I'm gonna just Shard. And he is not Scarfed. I am Scarfed on Pheasant, though. This is the first time I've ever used on Pheasant, by the way. I'm not even convinced that when we had no defoggers at all, other than like this in Alpha, that I used it. So, I finally am getting to use the bird. And yeah, I think at this point I just win with Brave Bird, so that's cool. Yeah, Boltoon I've also heard nothing positive about. If it had Ice Fang, it'd be good, but it doesn't have Ice Fang, so like everything just counters it. It's kind of sad. I'm gonna go Quillfish here because I just easily checked the Arctovish. Yeah, I mean, I think Boltoon is probably gonna be like okay. It's not much more than okay. And we can fire for free Scald here. I mean, he shouldn't stay in, right? Yeah, okay, cool. I didn't really know what else to go for there. We got Eldegoss. I may as well keep this around because Vicious Rend is nice to have a switch in for. I guess I could have T-Waved because he does have the Goss here. I mean, not the Goss, the Rotom. Not... Bro. The Rapidash. How many things... This does not look like any of the Pokemon I named. Oh, Lord. I think he might go Flareon here, or he might just forfeit. I don't know. I went at this point with my Unpheasant, though. I'm Scarfed. I'll throw out the Quillfish just to get some chip on this. Yeah, I think Boltoon is probably fine enough. It's just Sandaconda, which I actually haven't seen as much lately, so who does? Maybe Sandaconda's gonna go down in usage. But Sandaconda's super good. You've got Piloswine, which is also really good. Rotom being here is at least a switch into electric moves. Eldegoss is pretty good right now. I think Ferroseed is probably pretty good right now. I don't speak this language. What does this mean? I see Roblox. Is he gonna go... Does this mean he's gonna go play Roblox? Let's find out. I'm curious. What does this mean? Also, wow, the elo on this account's terrible. Let's find out. Oh, I'm going to go play Roblox. Bye. Huh. Look at me. Look at me go. Look at me go. This is how you learn languages also. Yep, that's the website I use for my music. But yeah. I don't know what to make of that. Oh, we got Mariana Bell. The team has been changed up a little bit. Huh. Wait, yo. Our team plays Mariana Bell's team at PSPL. Bro! This is the secret! Now I know what they're... Oh my lord. This is advanced ghosting right here. Unfortunately, once again, I am coming across a team that I don't think Hex Rotom is going to do anything against. It's just I'm not getting opportunities to, poison stuff. Or I'm just not making the best out of them. That's usually what happens when I pilot a team that's not just super bog standard for the first couple games. I don't really know what I need to do with it. All I've learned throughout playing that a lot of actually getting good is making sure that not only do you have good teams, but you know how to use them. And that's especially the case when you're using a little bit less standard stuff. I wouldn't call this unstandard. Like, these 6 are all pretty common. Yeah. Thankfully, I have this. The helmet is so nice to punish this. I hate Ninjask. I hate that mon. If they lead Rotom, I think Quill's still okay. Bro, how do I just... Like clockwork, always knowing they're gonna lead with this shit mon. I'm gonna pile on the... Oh, I dodge a Volt Switch? Oh, that's just beautiful. I'm going for Toxic here. I think that's fine. As they go for Hex, I'm gonna go into the Unpheasant. Now my U-turn because I'm Scarfed. This is, again, advanced chip damage. Advanced chip damage. Yo. Oh, they hexed again. That was a good-ass play from them. Yo, but again, advanced chip damage. Advanced chip damage. I'm telling you. It's too easy. Like clockwork. They go into Steel Valley Steel. We have a full health Rotom for this. Actually, no, we have a full health Quill for this. Ah, yes, their U-turn as well. They got to the Pleasant Fish. This thing is Ice Beam. We have an Eldegoss, so we're fine. We're chilling. They go into Ninjago. Quillfish can come in. They go for SD. I'll actually just Scald here. Yes, we get the burn. That's great. Oh, this is Heal Bell. Oh my lord, they gave up. That was quick. You know what? Lost to one ladder hero, but beat another. I'll take that. That's pretty good. So, I'm gonna stop getting battles for this live now, but I do want to talk a little bit more about the other drops. So, also, in case y'all couldn't tell, I already can't remember what I was talking about during that game. I'm sorry if the commentary was a little weird there. My mind jumps around a lot when I'm talking. But so, the other drops I can remember that I did not mention. Morpeko. I have heard that Choice Band is the only way to make it all that useful. Mostly because it's so fragile. Like you want to see some bulk? The definite walled. Look at this absolute titan of a defensive Pokemon. Yeah, this mon cannot take a hit at all. But Choice Band's really annoying because Aura Wheel's just an annoying move. So I think this thing will be a respectable enough wall breaker. It's got a nice speed tier. 97's not too bad. 95 is, you know, that's Silvally levels of attack, so you're still naturally strong enough. And again, Aura Wheel constantly making you change typing can be annoying to play around. That's pretty much all I've heard. I know there was some, like, I think the sample set that UU and RU were rocking was something like boots with Parting Shot, Protect, Spin, and Aura Wheels. Like, you could protect to get the form you needed or whatever for your Aura Wheel. but that doesn't seem to be all too useful. This thing's got enough coverage on the physical side to where it can actually be kind of annoying, so that's cool. I think the only other drop was Avalug, right? I sure hope so. I can't remember any of the other ones if I mentioned them. Avalug makes Stall, in my eyes, very, very, very viable. It's just so strong. It takes, like, bro, this thing's got, like, if you invest fully in Fizdef, you have, like, 500 something defense. Silvallies are doing less than 20 with multi-attack. It's crazy. And it got body press, so damage. You check Gourgeist as well, unless it's, like, Fire Blast. So I think you might see a lot more Fire Blast as well. And if Rotom Fan does taper off, like I kind of expect it to, you won't be punished as much for running Fire Blast over Rock Slide, so that's cool. Anyhow, I think this live was pretty decent. That team didn't really do, I think, what it was supposed to, which was spread status. It did have Rotom just Hex stuff. Kind of like Specs Dragapult nowadays and OU does, where you roll with stuff like Toxic Spikes, Toxapex, Toxic Salazzle, and other things. I guess I could also talk a little bit about the OU related stuff, because I guess I play OU. I shamelessly stole the Cinderace team Finch posted. And yeah, Libero Cinderace is pretty cool. It's still kind of depressingly weak, I've noticed. Like, +1 Zen Headbutt did like 75 to a Komodo. And it's not like Komodo does a whole lot back other than Earthquake you for 30 or poison you with Toxic, but man, it's just sad damage. And then you can be burned by Toxapex Scald. Like, Cinderace is 1000% like one of the best Pokemon now in that tier. It's literally just Greninja, but a different Pokemon. But damn, I wish it did more damage sometimes. Rillaboom I've been seeing a lot as well because people are hyped. It's got Grassy Surge, and so it can support like it can support like Tapu Bulu Pokemon like Hawlucha. So that's cool. I know a lot of people have been trying to say, oh, defensive sets with Taunt, they're so cool because you knock off Corviknight lefties and then you taunt it. No. Stop. The only way that mon's doing a damn thing is if you're choiced. I'm letting you know that right now. Like, my god. Corviknight will find a chance to roost. I can assure you of that. And Corviknight still runs Brave Bird semi-frequently, so I don't think the best thing to do is just give it a turn to Brave Bird you for like 50. You know, sure, you've got lefties and grassy terrain healing you, but that's a lot of chip damage to want to take just to knock something's item off. And then, of course, Inteleon's still awful because Sniper was its ability. For one of the... I guess I probably can't talk about that, but I could give my general thoughts about the Gigantamax Inteleon. My first thoughts when I saw that were, yes. Not only did they decide to go full Sniper theme with its ability, but also with its Gigantamax form. Damn. That's a shame. Yeah. OU's been shaping up pretty interestingly as well. We're just seeing a whole lot of random Pokemon run Toxic now to support bulk up Cinderace. Mons that run Toxic that lure in stuff like Komodo. Really good support. And NU, I think right now, I have heard a lot of good about NU from people. People are seeming to like the new drops and how they fit in the tier, so that's really good. And nothing seems to be borderline like broken or even broken at all. So hopefully we can just let the tier continue going on as it is. Anyhow though, that's it for this live. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.